Okay, here I am. I'm at Knossos, and though I'm surrounded by people, I thought, what the heck, let's make a little video here. Not really any great insights. I would say that, hello children, would you like to get in the movie? I'm making a movie. No, it's on me. It's not on you. You have to sit here. I speak English. Do you speak English? No. Okay.
No.
Well, come and say some Greek into the camera, because I would love that. No? Oh. Anyway, the only insights I really got from the site, I would say, is believing it to be defensive and believing that they had to have come from somewhere. I mean, you could have a lot of different people living in caves, but what would make them all of a sudden decide to come together and build a palace? Something had to happen. We're talking back about, what, 3000 BC? I'm going to go to the gift shop and look for a guidebook or a pamphlet or something, maybe come back in here and look around again. But I did find the bull. Minoans worshipped the bull, sacrificed the bull. So we have to believe there were bulls, right? Real bulls in the area for them to do that. There was also the discovery in the book I read that the Taurus bull was in the sky at a certain time, and the slayer, at the time the Taurus was in the sky, the slayer came down to mark the beginning of spring, the beginning of their growing season. So that's often what they surmise when it comes to that. It's often what they surmise. And there's no reason not to. I mean, there's no reason to say that that's wrong because it's too common. But this is quite the phenomenal site, and I want to know what parts of it are original. It's just really hard to say. I think everything that's painted is not original. Everything that's painted, they found probably on pottery, pictures of pottery. Where did they find those pictures is a good question. But I feel a real connection to this site and a real connection to Greece in particular now that I've been here. I don't think I could ever learn their language. The letters are just too crazy. But, you know, and I thought I'd meet some people here in Crete that spoke better English. The tour guides do, you know, bus drivers are pretty good at it, but it just seemed, I was told that most Greeks speak English. Well, if it's like Paris and they don't want to, then that's the way that is. But so anyway, this is a fascinating site and well worth the walk here. I have until 2 today before I catch my cab, so I'm going to go and explore the museum shop and do some reading on the site before I come back in, which I can do again around noon, maybe after I have lunch, where I'm going to have that. It's probably outside of the site, but I think my pass will let me back in today. If it doesn't, then it doesn't. But it's busy. It has a lot of tour guides. It's a busy site, but you can get lost here. It's easy to do. I've found pottery shards all over the place, and I don't quite understand why those haven't been picked up and analyzed. There's a lot of them. It's easy to find. So how many of these tourists are actually walking away with important pieces of pottery? I saw one that had a black line in it and was white and red. That's an important piece of pottery. I almost kept it. I didn't. I took a picture of it and tossed it back. Another piece that had a little lip on it, I didn't keep it. But there's pottery sheds all over the place. I was just trying to find a piece of red rock, because no one piece of red rock would be fun, but I may or may not have that. I don't know yet. So Crete, I think this was a highly successful trip. I found the men are extremely nice to women who are alone without expecting anything in return. Extremely wonderful people here. I'd come back in a heartbeat. The yoga week, I didn't meet any Greek people there. So that was a bit of a disappointment for me. It was all, you know, Londoners and people from Holland and Spain and one Canadian, and I was the only from America, which I thought, from the U.S., which I thought was interesting. I was like a anomaly, right? But no, I'm not going to regret this one bit, and no matter what happens from here, because this trip has been so worth it, so worth it. Even the yoga week, which I wouldn't do again, was worth it. Just because I saw an octopus and I got a new story, and I got to do some adventure, and I got to learn some yoga, which is good. Realize that I'm not good in group, and probably never will be. I'm not social enough to sit and small talk with people. I can't do that. It's just not me. And people seem to understand, and they were actually quite nice. So one of the better archaeological sites I've seen. I think it was probably recreated fairly accurately. I don't have an issue with that, but we'll never know. And that's kind of what's fun about it. We'll never know. We'll never know.